Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing great. Happy Friday. We have 5 matchups on this Friday football slate here, so go ahead and like and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below, and go ahead and sign up with ParlayPlay, guys. Get $10 in risk-free entries once you guys sign up. $5 whenever you guys refer a friend, and also they have free contests and tournaments pretty much every day that do have cash prizes, and you get a $10 or minimum $10 deposit up to $50, 100% match. Go ahead and hop in there, guys. Going to be a nice sponsor of the channel, and hope you guys do check them out. So yeah, 5 matchups as we head into this Saturday slate. Starting with Southern Miss versus La Tech. La Tech opening up as 15.5 point favorites with the over/under at 49. You can get La Tech on the money line at -700. Southern Miss plus 550. The last 10 head-to-head, Southern Miss 6-4. La Tech 7-3 covering in those 10. The over/under in this matchup is 4-6 for the over in those 10 head-to-head matchups. Southern Miss currently on a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game losing streak. This Southern Miss team, they have not, in this 8 game losing streak, they have not scored more than 19 points. They've only scored 20 points one time. That was against Grambling. So in this 8 game losing streak, they're not even getting over 20 points, which isn't going to get it done here. La Tech, not playing that good, just 3-7. I mean, but they are able to put up points coming off a 42-32 win over Charlotte. And I'm not kidding you guys. This team last week, Southern Miss, they did not have a starting quarterback eligible on their roster. The entire game they played with a running back at quarterback, and then he got hurt, so they had to use a wide receiver at quarterback. Yeah, this team is bad, very bad. Southern Miss 0-7 on the road. There's really no confidence in this Southern Miss team. They were able to cover last week against UTSA, but from what I saw, they just don't really provide an offensive threat at all whatsoever. We'll roll the dice on La Tech -15.5. They should be able to score at will on the Southern Miss team, but I definitely add the Bulldogs to your moneyline parlays. Next matchup, we have Air Force versus Nevada. Nevada opening up as 1 point favorites with the over/under at 52.5. You can get Nevada on the money line at -110. Air Force plus 105. These teams have played 5 times before. Air Force is 3-2. 3-2 covering the spread. 4-1 with the over/under in that head-to-head series. Air Force 7-3 in their last 10. Playing good. They're a really good Air Force team this season, coming off a 35-21 win over Colorado State. Nevada 7-3 as well, coming off a 23-21 loss against San Diego State. Air Force 5-1 covering on the road, 5-2 covering in their last 7. So they've been able to cover. Nevada 9-0 at home, 14-5 in their last 19. Yeah, both teams playing really good here. I like Air Force in this matchup. They've been really good. We're going to see if Nevada can stop their option offense, which a lot of teams really have trouble doing. Air Force has been playing really good football here. I think we'll take Air Force +1 in this matchup. Next matchup, we have the Arizona Wildcats versus the Washington State Cougars. Washington State opening up as 15-point favorites with the over/under at 52.5. You can get Washington State on the money line at -600. Arizona plus 485. The last 10 head-to-head, Arizona is 6-4. Washington State 6-4 covering in those 10. And then the over/under in these head-to-heads, 7-3. Arizona 1-9 in their last 10, coming off a 38-29 loss against Utah. Washington State 5-5 in their last 10, coming off a 38-24 loss against Oregon. Yeah, this Arizona team is very bad. 0-9 on the road, 1-19 in their last 20, 2-4 in their last 6 against Washington State. Washington State 4-1 covering in their last 5. Yeah, I like Washington State here. This Arizona team is pretty bad. They just can't really get it much done. do have trouble scoring a lot. Washington State, they could definitely put up some points. Yeah, we're going to take Washington State minus 15. If you wanted to buy a point, maybe a point and a half. I don't hate that either, getting about minus 13 and a half. I think that's probably my favorite play, buying that point and a half. But yeah, we'll take Washington State. This Arizona team's just playing very bad football. Next matchup, we have Memphis versus Houston. Houston opening up as 8.5 point favorites with the over-under at 60. You can get Houston on the money line at minus 325. Memphis plus 280. The last 10 head-to-head. Both teams are 5-5, with Memphis being 6-4 covering in those 10. And then the over in this series is 6-4. Memphis coming off a 30-29 loss against East Carolina. Houston coming off a 37-8 win over Temple. Memphis, surprisingly enough, they're 6-0 covering against Houston. 5-0 in their 5-0 against Houston, but 0-8 covering on the road right now. That's kind of been their downfall. Houston on a 9-game winning streak, 5-0 at home right now. Houston has all the momentum. They're playing really good football here. Memphis, I mean, they're not playing that good. Coming off that loss to East Carolina. I mean, then they had that loss to UCF. Very shaky Memphis team here. I just like Houston. Offense is better. Defense is better. We'll take Houston minus 8.5. Then the last matchup, we have San Diego State versus UNLV. San Diego State opening up as 10.5 point favorites with the over-under at 41. You can get San Diego State on the money line at minus 425. UNLV plus 350. The last 10 head-to-head, San Diego State's pretty much dominated. 8-2, 5-5 covering. The over/under in those matchups, they're only 2-8, so pretty low scoring games here with a low total at 41. San Diego State coming off a 23-21 win over Nevada. UNLV coming off a 27-13 win over Hawaii. San Diego State 6-1 in their last 7 against UNLV. 4-1 on the road against UNLV, so they've pretty much been dominant against UNLV. UNLV 1-7 at home. Not a good home team. Not really a good team in general. Yeah, feel pretty good about San Diego State here. They should be able to control this game and beat up on a pretty poor UNLV Rebels team. Gonna roll with San Diego State. And that's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.